You may.
And I hear my court date.
January 31st, 9 a.m. and February 6th, 9 a.m., both in front of Judge Jefferson.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ready on Ms. Brown, Judge.
All right. This is case number. Ms. Brown, step up. All right. This is case number 230-595-1101. People said Michigan versus Marla Brown. Ms. Brown, state your name for the record.
Marla Brown.
Okay, appearances.
Your Honor. Oh,
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Samuel A. Reagan, P23-157 on behalf of the people. Good afternoon, Mr. Reagan.
hey, good afternoon, Mr. Ragnar. Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Brown. Your Honor, wait for me to stand mute. Right.
Okay. The court will continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Brown. I noticed it was a November 8th, 2023. Cape is $2,000 cash surety bond. The Cape is set by Judge Leo Sabri. Counsel indicated to me that bond has been posted. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. There's a bail bondsman.
And when was it posted?
I think January 16th, but let me say exactly, Judge. It was posted on January 16th, 2025 by UCall Bail Bonds.
Okay. So you want me to continue the bond, obviously?
Yes, I would ask you to, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Probable cause will be January 31st, criminal examination February 6th, in front of Judge Jacquet, knowing that the bond has been posted. Is there anything else either counsel wants to put on the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
After defense, Judge, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Brown, have a seat. The courtroom will wait for your paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, DDC, we're ready for you. Are you ready for me?
Say that. Tony Calvin.
What's your name?
Jody Calvin.
Okay. Case number 250-550-9901. People say Michigan versus Jody Calvin. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
On behalf of Mr. Calvin, who stands mute, understands his rights, and waives the formal reading.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Calvin. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, this is assaultive. This is back from May 26th of last year, was not issued till December of last year. They are family members. I do not see any assaultive convictions in Mr. Calvin's past, so I'm requesting and have no objection to a $30,000 personal, no contact with the complainant, Ms. Marquez. Thank you.
Ms. Bajan?
Thank you. Yeah, I would respectfully request the personal bond. I understand the allegations that are made. However, these are allegations. There's two sides of each story. And in particular, I just want to draw the court's attention to the investigator's report. And what I mean by two sides of every story is that my client indicates that the complainant has—
John, you don't object to a personal bond, correct?
No objection. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Friday. $30,000 personal bond. No contact with Martina Marquez. You're not in possession of any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. This point of clarification from either counsel: was drinking involved here? I know it's a liquor bottle, but any allegations that the defendant was drinking?
It appears everybody was. This is out on Belle Isle, Your Honor, so I would put in that condition of no alcohol.
All right, that's what I was asking about. No alcohol. All right. Probable cause, February 4th, preliminary examination, February 11th. Both in front of Judge Taylor. Step aside, sir.
Marcel Davis.
Marcel, didn't I see you yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Did you miss me? All right, Mr. Davis, this is case number 25055444901. Peterson, Michigan versus Marcel Davis. Appearances, please.
Magistrates, good afternoon, Steve Vincent, P71917.
And Lorena Beja on behalf of Mr. Davis, who stands mute, understands his rights and waives the formal reading.
All right, the court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Davis. Welcome back. Argument from the people.
Magistrate, we're asking 50,000 cash as surety, tether, curfew. The defendant posed a flight risk based on yesterday's bench warrant arraignment because he failed to appear at exam for a controlled substance case. And now we believe he poses a danger to the community based on these allegations, admittedly on crack, and he attempts to steal from Meyer. And when he's stopped by an employee, allegedly he ends up showing that employee a knife that he's possessing and then threatens the employee before he ends up leaving that store. Subsequently, he's picked up, and this is caught on surveillance. So in addition to that flight risk from yesterday's proven habeas, we have, a danger component to this defendant. So we're asking for that cash with monitorization.
Mr. Vincent, what was the bond he ended up having yesterday? Refresh my memory.
Judge Jones had issued a 5,000 cash as surety bond in July of 2019, and then he went MIA for 4.5 years. It was continued.
It was continued?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got a bond redetermination on Monday.
On Monday.
Okay. Ms. Bajan?
Yes, Your Honor, and I would respectfully ask the court for a personal bond. I understand he has the other case right now, but I just want to draw attention to this case and get a bond that's appropriate for this case. So I'm asking for that personal bond. And in particular, according to the investigator's report, I don't see any knife recovered. The goods are allegedly not recovered yet. Somehow they're alleged to have been with Mr. Davis. I don't see anything about the complaint, particularly getting the knife from my client. There's no reports of any injuries or anything like that. So had there been a knife and these kind of threats, I would assume that knife would have been recovered or found by somebody turned in. So it's not. So I don't know exactly why it's charged so highly. It shouldn't have been, especially when that knife isn't recovered. I don't see surveillance showing a knife or anything like that, or images showing the images of that knife. So for the reasons stated, I would ask that personal bond. In addition, Your Honor, my client is a lifelong resident of Michigan.
Okay.
He resides with.
Ms. Bajan, you're
Yes.
saying this is overcharged. Is that correct?
Well, Your Honor, it was charged this way. I don't see a knife recovered.
Ms. Bajan, are you saying this is overcharged because of the argument you just made? Is that correct?
I'm saying that these are allegations, Your Honor. And it doesn't make them true.
Well, I know that. I thought you were saying that I thought you said at some point this was possibly overcharged.
I'm sorry, and let me just clarify. I like I said, Your Honor, I believe that these are just allegations. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, so you're not saying that these allegations are overcharged. You're not saying that.
Correct.
Okay.
I stand corrected.
All right. Okay, Mr. Vincent, what was the dollar amount you're seeking?
50,000 cash as surety.
Okay, $50,000 cash surety. I find that he's a danger to the community. Not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. In contact with Whitney Nathan. No contact with any Meyer stores. Bond redetermination, the second one, January 27th, 9 a.m. in front of Chief Judge McConical. Probable cause, February 3rd, preliminary examination, February 10th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Step aside, sir.
No. Yeah, come on, buddy. Step in front of the screen, say your full name.
Good morning, or good afternoon, Honorable Jackson.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry, sir. My microphones. Plus, I'm being distracted. Repeat your name again.
Honorable Jackson.
Okay, thank you for clarification.
Sorry.
All right, Mr. Jackson. You have some traffic matters in which you failed to appear in court for. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside these arrest warrants, give you a personal bond in each of these misdemeanor matters. It carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or is against you. You have the right to an attorney. You can afford an attorney. One will be appointed on your behalf. The tickets are P1556158. No insurance misdemeanor. Driver license suspended. Ticket P1633777. Valid registered motor vehicle. Tickets V1335864. No dog license. Oh. Ticket V1335874. Failed to vaccinate dog against rabies. Oh. And ticket PV136662824. Order to prevent animal engaging in nuisance menacing behavior. Oh, man. Free trial, February 21st in front of Judge Larry Williams for these. Personal bond, no dollar amount. All right. I like dogs. All right, now to your main matter. It's case number 250-554-5801. Peterson, Michigan versus Nautica Jackson.
Samuel A. Ragnan for the
Appearances, please.
people.
And Lorena Bejan on behalf of Mr. Jackson, who stands mute, understands his rights, and waives the formal reading.
Court will not enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jackson. Bond recommendation from the people.
People are asking for a $50,000 personal bond, Your Honor. Cooperative, you had a gun in the cars, F3, PCW, and a police assault. But we think personal bond would be appropriate. Thank you.
No objection to personal bond, thank you.
$50,000 personal bond, Mr. Jackson. While his case is pending, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Probable cause February 3rd. Preliminary examination February 10th. Both in front of Judge Giles. Step aside.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just trying to read your T-shirt. All right, this case number 250-554-5701. Houston, Michigan versus Tyrone Jones. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people.
And Lorena Bejan on behalf of Mr. Jones, who stands mute, understands his rights, and waives the formal reading.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jones. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, Mr. Jones is 20 years old. I do not see a criminal history for him. No objection to 15,000 personal bond in this matter. No weapons.
No objection to personal, thank you.
$15,000 personal bond, Mr. Jones, while this case is pending. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Probable cause February 5th. Preliminary examination February 12th. Both in front of Judge Taylor. Ms. Bejan, just a point of clarification. Is he in school or working? Or working?
He's
Or neither?
He's not. he did not indicate that he's working at the moment, Your Honor. Mr. Jones, can you clarify whether you're in school right now or not?
Okay, I didn't catch that. What did he say?
Mr. Jones,
Okay, are you working either?
I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay, well, I would strongly encourage you to work on one or the other, okay? I'm
Okay.
not gonna make it a bond condition, but either return to school or get a job, okay?
Yeah.
All right, your next court dates, I just told you, February 5th, February 12th, both in front of Judge Taylor. Step aside.
All right.
Thank you.
Same thing. All right.
What's your name?
Joanna White.
Juwan White. All right, this is case number 250-5545901. People said Michigan versus Juwan White. Appearances, please.
Thank you, Magistrate. Good afternoon, Steve Vincent for the people.
and Lorena Bejan on behalf of Mr. White, who stands mute, understands his rights and waives the formal reading.
Court will enter the guilty plea on behalf of Mr. White. My recommendation from the people.
Magistrate, as you know, an armed robbery is a life offense. It's a remandable offense. We're going to be asking for remand here. The allegations speak for themselves that apparently this defendant took exception apparently to the mother of his child refusing to have sex with him. And as a result, he ended up pulling out a rifle, then stealing all of her money, and she ended up fleeing that residence. The reason why I'm asking for remand, in addition to the allegations, is this defendant's currently on probation for a gun charge. He's actually currently on probation for a gun charge as well as a resisting and obstructing. And that's active, and that's out of Oakland. In addition to that, there's a warrant that's been requested for a different armed robbery on December 3rd of 2024 in the city of Detroit. So respectfully, based on the charges, based on the allegations, based on the fact that he's on probation, and there's a warrant request for a different armed robbery charge, we're asking for remand.
Mr. Vincent, are they the same complaining witnesses, if you know, for the other armed robbery charge?
I don't know. It's not something that I was actually even, I had time to look into. I just saw that there was a, okay.
And so you said that second armed robbery warrant is requested or hasn't been signed yet?
It's been requested, and it was about 6 weeks prior. It has an incident date of the beginning of January. The warrant request was, incident date beginning of December with a warrant request of December 3rd.
Gotcha. Ms. Bajan, why should I not remand Mr. White?
Well, Your Honor, what's interesting is when we were talking to Mr. White, he indicated that he has no idea who this complainant is. Never been in a relationship with the complainant and has no idea who it is. So this allegedly took place at my client's.
Wait a minute. The allegation, he said he doesn't know who this complainant is?
He had no idea who this complainant is. This allegedly took place at his brother's house. So I don't know if there's,
Yes.
The report indicates they have a child in common. So make that make sense.
Well, Your Honor, I can only relate to the court what was indicated by my client. He indicated that he does not know who this complainant is and that he had no relation with the complainant. That's as far as I can convey to the court.
Go ahead with your argument.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Now-
Philip Hagan on behalf of Mr. White. I did speak with Mr. White. Says he doesn't know this woman. Now, I would note that he lives at a completely different address than this.
That's true.
But his brother's house. Now, I don't know if his brother's using his name. I don't know what, but we talk about another armed robbery warrant being requested. Now, look at this specific type of situation. This is a domestic situation. Okay, this is not somebody sticking out somebody. So I don't know what that other thing is all about. I don't even think it correlates to this. So he's just saying he doesn't know this woman. I said Ernesta I forgot the last name of the woman, and said he
Alan?
has to share who this woman is. I mean, that's what he said.
Okay, go ahead. Like I said, the report in
Sorry,
the
Mr.
case,
John.
they have a child in common.
Thank you.
So, I've seen
no-
strange coincidences, but go ahead.
But how do you know they have a child in common, Judge? How
The
do you know
report
that?
indicates this.
The hearsay document. Oh, I forgot that report is fact. I'm sorry. That means
No,
that means
Mr. Reagan, I wanted clarification.
All right.
Okay, he didn't know her, but at some point he may have. Maybe he don't want to know her. I don't know. But go ahead, Mr. John.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's allegations that my client had allegedly strangled the complainant. There's no pictures, no indications of what officers would have observed any injuries whatsoever. So no indication of that. Allegations that purse and money was taken that wasn't recovered. I could see how that could happen, but I just want to point out that it was not recovered. So no images, no other witnesses. My client is a lifelong resident of Michigan. He has 3 children. And Your Honor, I would respectfully ask, given
None
the
with the complainant, right?
correct. So I would respectfully ask, Your Honor, for a personal bond in this matter.
None of this makes sense to me,
It does. It does.
but that's not uncommon. Well, I don't have a lot of information to go on here. And what information I do have seems to conflict polar opposites. It may be a misidentification issue, it may not be. Ms. Bajan, is Mr. White working?
Not at the moment, Your Honor.
Give me one moment, please. Okay, thank you for your patience. I am utterly confused at the contradictory representations. Mr. Vincent, your point is well taken. And, initially I was leaning your way. And then I heard Mr. Reagan and Ms. Bajan, and I will have to give credit for Mr. Reagan. He's giving me a moment of pause in terms of any ambiguity in terms of, and I don't know what the deal is. Like I said, the report references child in common. He says he doesn't know her. The facts in the investigative report seem questionable in terms of, I'm not sure if things went down exactly as it stated. And then more so, as I've indicated earlier, this situation occurred at the defendant's house or his brother's house where the complaining witness came there. So there's a lot of conflicting evidence going both ways as to who, what, when, or where. And in light of that, I'm going to give Mr. White the benefit of the doubt. I am going to give him $100,000 personal bond, but it's going to be GPS tether house arrest. No contact with the complaining witness. You're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. I'm not sure if this is a misidentification issue. I don't know, but there's too many questions in my mind as to what's going on here. And I'm going to give Mr. White the benefit of the doubt. Notwithstanding my initial impressions to give him a remand per Mr. Vincent. Probable cause, January 31st, preliminary examination, February 7th, both in front of Judge Jack K. Step aside, please.
Oh, man. Step in front of the screen and exit there.
Hold on 1 second. Oh.
Desmond Rice.
Okay, 1 moment. All right, Desmond Rice. You had some traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for, sir. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside these arrest warrants, give you a personal bond, and each of these misdemeanor matters that carries a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. You can't afford an attorney. One will be appointed on behalf. The ticket is P1294897. Driving license suspended, no insurance misdemeanor, driving and registered motor vehicle. Pre-trial, February 24th, in front of Judge Millicent Sherman for this ticket. Now to your main matters. Case number 250-554-6201. People City, Michigan versus Desmond Rice. Appearances, please.
Emily Reagan.
And Lorena Bejan on behalf of Mr. Rice, who stands mute, understands his rights, and waives the formal reading.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Rice. Bond recommendation from the people.
We're asking for $10,000.
$10,000 personal bond, is that what I hear?
Yes.
Okay.
No objection to
Mr.
the personal
John?
bond. Thank you. No objection, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you.
$10,000 personal bond. Just listen, sir. $10,000 personal bond, no contact with Ivan Dunlap while his case is pending, no driving. Is that clear?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Probable cause February 3rd, preliminary examination February 10th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Step aside, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, people. This is the last case of the day. Let's make it count. State your name.
Lawrence Smith.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. This is
Good
case
afternoon.
number 250-554-6501. People City, Michigan versus Lawrence Smith. Appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Magistrate. Steve Vincent, P 71917.
And Lorena Bejan on behalf of Mr. Smith, who stands mute, understands his rights, and waives the formal reading.
All right. The court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Smith. Mr. Vincent, you don't have to go into particular detail with the facts of the case. I did the probable cause hearing right around 2 o'clock, so I'm intimately familiar with the facts of this case and the severity of the allegations. And they are lengthy and they're very, very serious. So proceed with your argument, please.
Yeah, Magistrate, in addition to that, I saw that you ended up authorizing the search warrant for the buckle swab regarding this defendant too. I think it was Magistrate Boyer who ended up authorizing the search warrant for the residents. The residents ended up the search warrant. They found over 10 firearms, and then they found all of those shells in the driveway. If you know all about this, which I'm sure you do, Magistrate, then I think you'll appreciate my request, which is going to be $1 million for each assault with intent to murder count, for a total of a $2 million cash or surety bond. We have this defendant allegedly who was shooting at police officers, and those police officers ended up having to take a tactical position thinking that they were being shot at, only to have this defendant leave the residence where they thought those shots were coming from, flee from the scene, only to crash his vehicle. And unfortunately for the defendant, that's where he ended up getting caught. And then this ended up coming as a direct result of what you know, Magistrate, is this defendant going over to a gal's house where he was busting in windows and firing off shots over there. That's what led the police officers to that house. So respectfully, Judge, and I'm sorry, I know you said not to get into it, and I apologize if I got too far into it, but we do feel as though this defendant is a clear and present danger. If he can allegedly do this to just civilians as well as police officers, he's capable of almost anything. So we're asking for that $2 million cash surety bond.
Thank you. Ms. Bajan?
Yes, Your Honor, and I understand the allegations that are being made, but my client is going to have his day in court. He indicated that he had, just knocked at the window, nothing happened. He didn't fire shots. He went home, some shots were fired in the air, and then he got in his car and fled. It wasn't him that fired those shots, Your Honor. So respectfully, like I said, there's two sides to each story. I understand that these are allegations, but my client will get his day in court. I want to point out that my client is a lifelong resident of Michigan. He has 2 children, resides with family, and he is employed, Your Honor. So for the reasons stated, I would respectfully ask for personal bond.
How much of a personal bond, Ms. Bajan?
I would ask for a nominal at least then.
What is nominal?
As nominal as possible, $1.
$1 personal bond.
Well, that is a nominal amount.
Well, I don't think he deserves a nominal bond, particularly for the reasons stated by Mr. Vincent, and particularly the severity of the allegations in this report. Shooting at police officers is unfathomable and indescribable to me. I know the investigator's report alleges, either with this or the other shooting, that he was acting in self-defense. Okay, be that as it may, and you're correct, Ms. Bajan, the facts of this case are going to be flushed out at a later date. But it's one thing, and not to prioritize somebody's life over another, or their safety over another. I understand when people, have domestic situations and emotions rise. Not that I agree with it, but I understand it a little bit better. When emotions rise and people get heated and they act on emotion and they retaliate with violence or whatever. There's still no reason for it, but I understand that based on my understanding of human nature, and we're fallible people, and sometimes many of us are ruled by our emotions. I kind of understand a little bit better with the domestic violence. Don't agree with it. I'm not condoning it, but I understand it from a human nature perspective. I understand that. What I can't understand and have difficulty understanding is the allegations of shooting at police officers. They risk their lives every day. And I know, Ms. Bajan, you're going to remind me, he's innocent to proven guilty, and these are mere allegations. But these are very, very serious allegations, which this court deems very, very serious. These men and women risk their lives to protect us. And for someone accusingly or risking, endangering their lives needlessly, when just like everybody else, they want to do their jobs and go home, I find, I can't find the words to describe it. And Mr. Vincent is correct. There is no greater clear and present danger than when officers' lives are in jeopardy when they're here to protect us. So I do find that he's a clear and present danger to the community, as Mr. Vincent indicated. And I will adopt the recommendation of a $2 million cash surety bond. Not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with the complaining witnesses, the officers, and the domestic violence victim, Lillian Simpson. Can I go back to the Palmetto address? Bond redetermination will be January 27th, 9 a.m. Request a nominal bond, Ms. Bajan. Probable cause, January 31st, preliminary examination, February 7th, both in front of Judge Jack Kay. Step aside, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes the docket for today. I will see everybody tomorrow and Sunday.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Here. So how are you gonna get the rest of this paid?
Next week, so basically I had a payment plan on my phone already. So by the 30th or the 29th, I should be paying 600. By the
600, hang on. 600 you'll pay by when?
The 29th or the 30th of this month. And then
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Pay $600 by the 30th. I'm gonna adjourn your case out to the 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with the rest of the balance and get clear on what DHS gave you, because 400, in this case, the 410 makes a big difference. Okay.
So I got like reapply or something like that, or talk to the agent.
Reapply.
No, I'm saying like I got to talk to the agent about the 400.
No, I just want to make sure. Did you get a written letter that says the 40 or an email?
Oh no, I got it. I got the email photo in my phone that says the 40.
Okay, print out a copy of that and get it to the court. I want to make sure it says 40.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I want to make sure you have the number right, because that's gonna depend on what I do.
Bet. I could do that.
Okay, we'll see you.
And what you want me to do with this mail letter that was sent to my house about the court date? You want me to take it to the front desk?
What?
It basically is like a
notice?
Court notice, basically.
Oh no, that's our souvenir.
That's souvenir.
All right, take care. You can keep it. Yep. All right, take care.
Validate parking.
That's right. Ellen validates. Gulfside Lake versus Bonnie Jacques.
Jillian.
And I think there's somebody else on it. And Brandon.
Yep, I'm here, Your Honor.
What time? Really, man?
What time?
Really? Yes, I know it's your bad. What time was his
2
here?
p.m.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Bye. He will not remember by the time he gets down the end of the hallway. All right, Mr. Jacques. Okay, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, I have a balance of $4,193.89.
All right. I have in here that the balance was going to be paid by the 23rd. That didn't happen.
Yes, Your Honor. I was supposed to be paid by my employer by the 23rd so that I could pay the balance in full. There has been some issues there. I'm trying to resolve them. I'm hoping to have it resolved as soon as possible so that I can get this taken care of. I would like to ask that you give me to the 31st to get this sorted out so that I can pay it in full before my February rent kicks in.
Your Honor, would you consider doing a judgment 10 days and have it be a week and 10 days from the 31st?
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do, sir. I'm gonna find no tribal issue. I'm gonna issue a judgment for possession that will include just the January rent with a writ date of
I have February 10th, Your Honor.
February 10th.
Can you just explain what that means to me, sir?
All right, what it means is this judgment amount is now including all of your that you owe through January.
Okay.
Okay. Instead of adjourning it out for you to get it sorted out, I've just given the time frame basically that you would have in case everything didn't get sorted out. So you'll have till February 10th to get this paid.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank
Gives
you
you a
very
little
much.
bit more time before anybody does anything. The important thing for you is to understand it does not include your February rent.
I'm very aware of that. Thank you very much, sir.
Got it? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Huron Vista Apartments versus Dania Hinton.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff. And Your Honor, while Ms. Hinton is approaching, I have a balance of $2,711, and it is my understanding that that Hawk might be paying.
Yes, so well, one is Janaya, not Jania. Just saying, you not gotta, yes, you gotta.
No, just go
But,
ahead. Get right up here, call me out. Just
yes.
go ahead and let it slide.
Hawk is paying.
See, now
for it.
she used to want me
They
to listen
sent
to
me
her. After she corrects me, she wants me to listen to her.
They sent.
I'm not listening.
No confirmation.
I'm not listening.
Hawk, has
She's just gonna keep talking.
Yes, cause
No, go
I gotta
what?
text you.
What do you want to tell me?
Hawk, they sent the a letter in the email. I can even give you the phone so you can see yourself, stating that they are going to pay the 2711.
Do you mind if my court liaison tells me? I don't need to see your phone.
Oh, that's fine.
Because there's probably stuff in there I don't want to see.
Okay.
All right. Amy, do you have any news on this?
Looks like the 2711 was sent on the 19th. So it should
Oh,
be.
it's already been sent. Okay.
I did have a question.
Janaya.
Yes, sir. I do have a question for you.
I'm gonna mess it up on purpose next time.
You know what?
Go ahead. What?
So for the January's rent, now I'm just asking if not, then it's fine. But can the late fee for January, I'm asking, could that be removed, being that I put it into escrow like I was, told to beforehand?
Well, they can reconcile the account. If you put it in the court, she did put in
Your Honor, the issue is that there's still outstanding rent.
rent that was owed.
So
Okay.
even if
Okay,
there's a
so
payment made in January, it would go to.
it's there, but everything's gonna get paid
Okay.
in any event, right? So I'll adjourn it out to the 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m. And if the check comes in before then,
Okay.
you won't need to be here.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Janaya.
All right, then, Andrew. You have a.
Your Honor.
Have a blessed weekend. Yes.
Your Honor, I have a question as far as, so would you prefer that we send in a certificate of satisfied judgment if the check comes in? Or would you prefer that we send in a dismissal setting aside the judgment that was previously entered?
Oh, because we're setting aside. I prefer to set aside the judgment. She got paid through. I prefer it that
Okay.
way rather than a.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Huron Vista versus is it Giovanna Nesbeth.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
I was there in the courtroom, but I had to leave for emergency for my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
You're all right.
sorry.
I'll let you.
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $4,595.
$4,595.
$95.
Quick question. So you guys never got the amount of 3,500 from Isusu?
From where?
From who?
Isusu. It is a loan bank that they go through. They actually gave me the paper to fill everything out. I even have the emails in regards to the approval of the 3,500 that they were supposed to be getting. They're supposed to be sending that directly to Huron Vista.
Okay, and when was it sent?
I can even check some of my email.
Well, why don't we
Looks
do it
like
this
on my
way?
computer, they gave me confirmation in regards to my bank activity on the 20, literally yesterday. So.
Okay,
I'm
it
like,
was
so
sent
let's do
amount-
this. Send a copy
So-
of that email to the court as well as to plaintiff's counsel. I'll adjourn this
Okay.
out 1 week to the 31st at 2:00, and then we can figure out what happened. Okay? And what we
Okay.
do.
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
thank you.
Huron Vista versus Jacqueline Taylor.
Hi, Justin.
Jillian
Ms.
Ingram.
Taylor?
I think she's on the phone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, we can hear you. Pardon? There are two tenants. Jacqueline Taylor
How are
and
you?
Tania Tolliver.
Sanaya Tolliver.
Tonight, yeah, everybody wants to correct my eyes. All right. You knew what you were doing too. All right. So who do I have on the phone?
This is Jacqueline. How are you today?
Good. So you were correcting a name that's not even yours? Never
That's
mind.
my daughter's name.
Oh, okay. All right. She corrected her daughter's name. I guess she's allowed to do that. All right. How much is owing?
I have a balance including court costs of $3,460.
3,460 or 16?
0.
60. All right. So how are we going to get this paid?
So I contacted Hawk, like you asked, and they didn't have a date until February 18th. I actually called them back yesterday to see if anything was open before then, but they didn't have anything still until February 18th.
How
I
much is
also
your
told them
monthly
that
rent?
The dates were out too far. $1,001, I believe so.
Okay, is there anything that you can pay? So here's the thing. I do mind having to work with you on the date because I think you should get an appointment sooner, but I'm gonna get off that bandwagon for just this moment.
Okay.
Is there anything that you can pay if I adjourn this out? Can you pay anything next week?
Yes, I can pay something next week.
Okay, how much?
I can do 600.
600?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna indicate that you'll pay that by the 30th. I'll adjourn your case to the 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m. What I'm trying to do, what that will do is that'll bring you down under the 3,000 that they would pay. But then if I adjourn it any further, your February rent will kick in. So we got to figure out how we're going to do this to keep it around that 3,000 range. Try to get you the appointment if we can do that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a great weekend. 2:00
You
on
as
the
well.
31st.
Thank you. Okay.
Huron Vista versus Tanisha Wilson.
Jillian Ingram for plaintiff.
Don't come up here yelling at me. How are you doing? What's your name?
Tashia Wilson.
Did I say it right? No, I didn't. Wait, why you jump so fast to say no? You're trying to help her out? Never mind. I'm gonna call anybody what I want to call. They're in my courtroom. All right. What do we have?
1,625.
1,625. All right, how are you gonna get that paid?
So I have an appointment with Hawk on the 18th. I also contacted them, but I know.
You don't have an appointment till the 18th?
Mhm.
Okay. How much is your monthly rent?
349, 348.
349? All right. So I hate this, but what I'm gonna do is the 18th.
Yeah. Can I not come until after then? I'm gonna pay February's rent. But I just don't want to keep coming back. My foot is broke. I was on the phone and I don't know if they heard me. So I had to hurry up and get up here. Because I don't know if they heard me on the phone.
When did you break your foot?
That's why I was limping last time I was I broke my foot on the 2nd, but I found out probably the 13th.
Because you waited to go to the doctor.
Oh, no, because I had to get an appointment to the surgeon. Yeah.
It hurts.
And I got to drive with a cane.
Your Honor, I wonder if there's a way that if Ms. Wilson.
I don't believe her. You
We
believe her?
could
I
contact
was sitting
court
on your
and
desk,
adjourn it
remember?
and
Here's
stipulate
what-
to adjourn if she pays, an amount that.
Well, here's the thing. She's gonna be under, even if her rent for February kicks in, she's gonna be under that amount. But what I'd like, how much can you get paid it? I'd like to see some payment. So
I could pay the $348 next Friday.
all right.
And so I'm
here's-
off of work until February.
Here's what I want you to do, okay? Pay the 348. I want you to pay the 348 into court escrow.
How do I do that?
Okay, cash has to be brought up here and paid on this case. Just tell them you want to put it into escrow,
Okay.
okay?
Mm.
I'm not gonna tell you, you have to come up here, hop along. You just, no. I can say that because my daughter broke her leg. And so and I broke mine a long time ago, so I can.
It don't feel good.
Huh?
It don't feel good.
It hurts. You just didn't even realize how much you use your leg until something happens, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so, and then what I'm gonna do for her, because she also has to heal, and she's probably been up walking on it and probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I know.
I got 3 16-year-olds. So.
3 16-year-olds?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say to that.
Can't unwind that. No.
Are they
It's
all
hard.
16?
It's hard. 16. Anyway, sorry.
Oh,
One
3 of them.
baby is hard enough. So
Boys or girls?
2 girls and a boy.
Yeah, that's the wrong combination.
Okay.
Because 3,
Give me all boys, okay?
would you like that better?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Wow, so
See,
definitely.
she can say that. I can't. So February 21st, 2025
Okay.
at 12 p.m. So we'll give you time to see if you can get yourself healed.
Okay. Thank you.
Let that process
Have a
work.
good one.
Okay. You do the same. Be careful out there. Huron Vista versus DeAndre Smith.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
DeAndre Smith. He is not checked in. Hang on a second. Sir, what's your name?
Diane.
What case is he in?
5 files down.
5 files down. All right. I'm gonna call your case next, and I'm just gonna do that as an appreciation to you for you didn't just let that young lady hobble out the door. You got up, made sure the door was open, and then made sure the second door was open. So we'll get your case called up, all right? What on the Smith matter, you may proceed.
Thank you, Honor. I have rent to retain possession of $5,770, court costs of $176 for a total of $5,946. Plaintiff is requesting a default judgment for possession only with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amounting the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Which one was it? 4410. Court does call the case of Peninsular Place versus Amadou Dayan.
Lillian Engen for plaintiff.
State your name.
Amadou Dayan.
All right. And how much does he owe in this case? This is basically a writ hearing, but
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that there was a motion to set aside a default judgment.
yes.
I have,
And go ahead.
yes, I have a total balance owing currently of $2,319.91. Escrow has not yet been received and applied to the ledger. I know it was
Of
released.
which in escrow is 1510.
Yes,
What I have.
so it would cover the judgment.
It would cover the judgment. So what I'm gonna do, when are you gonna pay the other part of that, you know?
Yeah, see real good. Yeah, I was planning to pay. Remember what I've been charged with? That's what we was in the court. If I don't want to go into too much of the detail, I'm just going to get straight to the point. I've been charged for somebody's responsibility, the damage they did when I moved in, which is Peninsula Place, is aware of. As far as my rent, everything been there. And right now I can't see because my vision, my glasses broke and I got a headache. I can't see without it.
Okay,
So,
here's what I'm gonna do.
I have this one that worked, but I don't want.
I'm gonna set aside the default judgment. And I'll adjourn this out. I'm gonna release the escrow to plaintiff. Thought I already done that.
Your Honor, I don't know if you're getting to this, so I apologize, but I think Mr. Diane was to file a written answer. I don't know if that's been done yet.
It has.
I can't because you see, I got my other glasses here and
He
I wear
can't
glasses.
see.
I can't see, and if I put like this one, it's like in the.
Is there something, when do you think that will improve for you?
I gotta go. I'm trying to see if a doctor could actually take me right now. See.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. We'll proceed forward. He is to get an answer in. He was supposed to have an answer in before now. But there was a judgment that was entered instead because he had not filed an answer. So I'm gonna indicate I need an answer by next week. So if you have to get somebody to help you, write that out.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna order an answer by the 31st.
Okay.
By the 30th, the day before. I'll adjourn this out to January 31st,
Your Honor,
2025 at 2 p.m. Yes, ma'am.
would it make sense to put this as a settlement, to get this just to a final settlement conference? I think.
Well, I'd like an answer before I get there, which is my problem. But that'd be the next step, and it won't delay it because of when my dates are. So we're gonna.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Two, like if they can show what damage, because I was trying to get the file. Like you asked me to get leisure. I went to the office. Every time I go, I don't. They always send me to somebody else. Nobody.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
If I can get
Get your eye taken care of. Get an answer to us, we'll release the escrow and then we'll figure it out next week, okay?
Okay, where's that question mark, document?
Pardon?
Do I get that in the front?
The,
Where I gotta get that, yeah,
an answer form?
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so just ask them for one and they got a form answer.
Thank you, Honor.
All right, thank
Have a
you.
good day.
You
Mr.
too.
Diane, you can call our office and get our contact information so that if you need a ledger or anything, then you can.
Oh, I have. I went inside too. Nobody can seem to help.
Well,
but-
go to that's the attorney talking to you.
Okay,
Okay?
all right.
So that's the number that's on your paperwork.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Hendon and Patel?
Yeah.
They're asking some special treatment?
Oh, no.
No, I think they are. No. Miss Patel would never do that. Him? Probably. Just saying. Yeah, go. We'll get you. She's got you, guys. Court calls the case of Huron Vista versus Elise Smith.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Yes.
All right, how much is owing?
I'm sorry.
Did she disappear?
Yep. Okay. I have a balance including court costs of $1,410.
All right, Miss Smith, how are we gonna get that paid? You paid the 500, but
Right. I paid to the 515 last Friday. I talked with Alicia yesterday, and so she said that if it was any questions that Amy was available to talk to, she would be in court today.
okay.
They
And you give her permission to share your information.
I do.
Amy,
Your Honor, looks like they are waiting on landlord documents. So if that could be communicated and sent back over to Alicia so she can figure out paying the whatever. is
Okay.
owed.
Because I got an email it's the commitment letter that she sent to me and then whoever the leasing is over at the apartments. And it says that I was approved for 410. It also said that it'd probably take 4 to 10 business days for you guys to receive the check. My concern is I'm not trying to let this roll into February because I need to start working on my February rent. And if Hawk is gonna cover the 1410, I just want to let the court know that it's available. So therefore I don't get February stacked onto the 1410. That's my concern.
no, I hear you. Okay. So they need landlord documents. And let's see if we can get most of this cleared up and see what we can do. So I'm gonna adjourn this to January 31st, 2025 at
I have another
2
question.
at 2 p.m. Yes, ma'am.
So I could still start February rent yet? I mean,
Yeah, you can work on your February rent. How much is your monthly rent?
I'm 1514.
Okay.
But
So
okay.
don't pay it directly to the landlord. You got to get it and try to hold on to it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So but
All
I don't
right,
want
we
to I don't
did-
want to get another late fee. You know, I think late fees come after the 6th or the 5th.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
I can't solve all of the problems regarding a late fee. We'll deal with it when we get there. All right. Right now, we've got to try to get the landlord to get the documents over, get this part paid, and then can look at whatever else is there in February. Okay.
Okay, so do I need to call them now?
Call who now?
The landlord. Because I did all my part and now I'm behind with you because I'm waiting on them.
You're not behind with me.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Okay.
Okay, you're good. Miss Engine will talk to them. We'll get the documents over there and hopefully then we can have this basically resolved next week. Okay?
Okay. 2
If
p.m.
not resolved, then at least in a position we can figure out clearly where we're heading.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Huron Vista versus Jakaya Davis.
Jakai Davis and Jay Humphreys, were,
And
I'm here
Jaden
to-
Humphreys. I couldn't hear a word you said.
King. Hold on.
Build it. How much is owing, missing?
I have a balance of $7,594.65.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so how are you gonna get this paid?
I received an answer from MoneyGram in the investigation of the money orders. The email stated that the money orders have not been paid out, so they will be replacing them. Those add up to the amount for November. They add up to the amount of about $5,200. The rest will be paid.
Do you have written confirmation that MoneyGram indicates that those specific ones will be replaced in the amount?
I have emails, yes.
You need to print those emails off, get them to the court as well as to get them to plaintiff's counsel.
Okay.
Regarding that, because I understand that that would be a sizable chunk. That information needs to be provided to the court next week by Wednesday. I'll adjourn this case out to the 31st.
Okay.
2025 at 2 p.m.
All right. Thank you.
Is there going to be any, if that accounts for 52 or May, is there going to be any payment that you can make between now and the 31st?
Yes, there will be a payment of $750 made on the 30th. And then another payment of $600 made on the 6th. And I understand
I'll
that
worry
doesn't
right
include
now.
February.
Pardon?
I understand that this amount doesn't include February.
Correct. So right now, I've got the 750 by the 30th. You say you got this information regarding 5,200, and then we can take a look at it next week. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New Park Ridge Apartments versus Colette Haynes.
Filling in Ingram for plaintiff. How are you doing?
You break your foot too? Man, oh man. It's going around. All right. What's the balance she owes?
Your Honor, I think it's the same as last time we were here, $382.
382.
Yes.
All right. How are we gonna get this paid?
I'm trying to figure out how the old member.
Did you get a ledger from them?
What you mean?
Did you get a ledger of your account?
Mm,
Okay. Then how are you gonna figure out what's this for?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. They told me by year, and then they just said that I owe them. They're trying to say that I owe them
Okay.
from a year ago when I moved in, and I don't understand how.
Okay.
I moved in at a zero rent, and when I moved from one complex to the other,
Ma'am, stop. You need to go down to the office. Ask them for a ledger, your account. Okay? Go through that account and then let me know every charge you think is inappropriate for your account.
that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's really not gonna be no leverage. When I moved in from with zero rent. They're trying to say that one complex didn't pay them in time enough. And I have the papers where I terminated from one complex to the other. Like, this was beyond my control. I did my part.
But how do you expect me to figure out where the 382 came in if I don't have a ledger?
I don't know. That's the same thing. I'm trying to figure out where it comes from too. So I'll go down there and get a ledger if they give me one.
Your Honor, Ms. Haynes can also call our office. Ms. Haynes, our number is on the paperwork for court.
Call what office?
You can call the attorney's office. They will also be more than happy to send you a letter.
Okay.
I'll adjourn this out 1 week, 31st, 2025 at 2 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Casey Dye.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Hi, Your Honor.
Hello. All right. Where are we on this case? Let's see. How much is owing?
Your Honor, I believe that this is a case where we have funds in escrow and we're gonna dismiss this, but we just, as long as we can get that escrow release.
Yeah, I talked to the manager up there, and he has said that the attorney has to come up there and get it. I guess he didn't get the 240.
Is that all she owes? Is it 240? Miss Engine?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I think my Zoom. glitched.
Okay. How much do you have owing? 240?
I have a balance of less than that, $157.
Got it. Okay, so you just need this sent over. All right.
Can I put
I'm
that
gonna
on?
indicate, we have the release escrow,
Okay,
and I will release the escrow. I already said it. And I said the last time I was here, well, in December, I said release escrow to plaintiff on January 6th. They will pick it up, but apparently that didn't happen.
yes, I stopped by the clerk's office, but I don't think I got that check, so.
Okay. So you'll get that and then you'll submit a dismissal.
Yes, I can even
All right.
submit a dismissal now that just has an order that escrow is released to plaintiff, and then.
That'd be great. We'll do it
Okay.
that way. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Dye.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
Jean. Are we done with? This is Frank still?
Still me,
They never stop.
sorry.
Jean Ratliff versus Alexandra Klombach and Randy Edmonds.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Your name?
Randy Edmonds.
So termination.
Yes, Your Honor. My client's willing to give defendants through February 10th to move out.
Sir? What's your position on this?
We have to like maybe the 17th or 18th February.
So you're willing to consent to a judgment to move, you just need more time to get out?
Yeah, we're in the process of getting out right now.
Oh, so plaintiff says they'll give it to the 10th. You think you need to the 17th or 18th? To get out? Okay, I see. You need another weekend to get yourself moved.
Yeah, we've been there for 8 years.
Got it.
A lot of stuff. I got 4 kids. I got a lot of stuff.
Find no trouble issue after hearing on this case. I'll grant a judgment for possession. There is no redemption amount. I will, over the objection of plaintiffs, make the writ date the 18th, February 18th, 2025.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. The Haven versus Kyle Mahoney.
Jillian Engen for plaintiff.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. I need a camera, sir.
My camera is broke.
Okay. Next time you'll have to be here. All right. What's
Your Honor,
how much is owing?
This is a termination of tenancy case. These notice to quit release violations was sent in November with a move out date of December 22nd.
Sir, what's your position?
I was gonna hire a lawyer for this. I just need like another week to hire one.
Who are you gonna hire?
I don't. But my girlfriend has that information. I don't know his name, but she found somebody that I can hire for this case.
There'll be no more adjournments for that purpose. I'll give you a week. Go to the
Okay.
31st, 2025, 2 p.m.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
Your Honor, can I request that if Mr. Mahoney doesn't have an attorney, that he would file a written answer if he's contesting plaintiff's claim?
Yes. So you understand that?
What does that mean?
That means I need a written answer if you don't have an attorney. So you'll need to file a written answer by the 30th of January. Unless you
30th.
have an attorney.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And then Avalon Housing versus McCaleb, Gulfside Lake versus Brown, Peninsula Place versus O'Connor. Those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I think
Thank you,
that
Your
is
Honor.
it.
Have a wonderful
great
weekend
weekend.
when you get to
Will
it.
That's it. I will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Augusta Woods versus Paul Reedy.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gabriel Lacy from the Fire Festival.
And your name, sir?
Paul Reed,
How you doing?
hanging in there.
All right. Where are we on? How much is owing on this case?
Your Honor, at this time, the rent retained is $497.32, cost of $218, so total outstanding amount $750.
Last week I told you, I was watching my words. I didn't say that I would for sure. Get it on the third, I get it all the way. Trying, man.
And that's okay. That's gonna be the check that will pay everything off.
Yep. And next month, everything be all that good.
Okay,
Had
so
Christmas and birthdays and all that.
I got you. So here's what I'm gonna do. Say 7/15/32 or something. So what I'll do is I'll find no tribal issue. I will issue a judgment for possession. I'll lock in the figure at 7/15. And I will indicate a writ date of February 7th. So give them till the end of that week to get that amount paid.
Appreciate it.
Seeing you. Beal Properties versus Justina Youngblood.
Gabriel Lacy from Bill Properties.
Justina Youngblood. I don't have a. Would you like to proceed?
I would, Your Honor.
I think we swore you in earlier today, did we not?
We did, Your Honor.
Then you may proceed.
We did file a motion to reinstate into judgment, for this file, where the rent retained possession is $668, court cost of $214, total amount outstanding is $882. We are asking for pay of vacate date on February 3rd.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount is in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We don't have them checked in. All right. Arbor Meadows versus Milton Reyes. Not here, you may proceed.
Lacy for Arbor Meadows, Your Honor. At this time, we are requesting a default judgment for possession only, where the rent retained possession is $46.05, court cost of $175. Total outstanding balance is $321.05.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days, no writ without a hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You may.
Good afternoon, Madam Interpreter. Can you please unmute, turn on your camera, and raise your right hand to be sworn? Thank you very much. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will interpret accurately, completely, and impartially, using your best skill and judgment, and translate from English into Vietnamese and from Vietnamese into English in the manner now before the court to help you back?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Meet our four-digit code.
I'm sorry that the audio is not clear enough. It's on and off sometimes. So please speak close to the microphone, please.
Do you need our four-digit code? It's 1423.
Hôm nay tôi đang nói đến hồ sơ xử lý hồ sơ số 1423. Yes, I got it.
All right. Arbor Meadows versus Stone Hope.
Gabriel Lacy for Arbor Meadows.
Go ahead, Madam Interpreter.
Tôi đang muốn nói về hồ sơ của người có tên là Don Ho.
Dạ em đây nè chị.
Yes, I'm here.
Gabriel Lacy for Arbor Meadows, Your Honor.